witches, muggles, and other friends. Welcome back to my channel, Paisley Raye presents Switch and Flick Fashions. Oh my gosh, I know I've been gone for so long and I have not updated this channel. Okay, and I have zero excuse, really. I could give you an excuse, it's not a great one, but I did go to Germany for a hot minute to meet the dear, sweet, precious Tom Felton, who plays Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, maybe you'll forgive me. If you don't know who that is, that's okay, because truly I don't have an excuse. So I'm going to remedy that right now. So let's talk about what's been going on with me with Paisley Raye. Okay, so I have been building a team, which is fantastic, and I have a girl that's already started Paisley Raye, and I have a couple girls in the queue. And for those of you who are thinking about joining Paisley Raye, there is a queue. It's about 5 or 6 weeks, which I think is fabulous because they're not, since we're a small company, they don't want to just like throw people, like get them in, get them out, and then it overwhelms our inventory for people that are already, the stylists that are already selling. So that's fantastic that they're being very responsible. So yes, there is a little bit of a wait, but it's totally worth it, I promise. And so for me, I'm trying to try to answer the questions that I have been asked from girls that have contacted me. So first and foremost, they asked me, I think they start off with, like, are you glad you switched over from LuLaRoe? And this is like, from my, just from my, like, speaking from my heart, and that's it. This is just my opinion. It doesn't mean that this is the opinion of everyone. My opinion, my feelings about the situation is I could not be happier. I think that I made the absolute best choice for me. I am in love with these clothes. I am in love with this company. And I just like, I actually am really happy to go to work and talk about the clothes, like present the clothes, sell the clothes, try the clothes on. Like if you watch my Facebook lives, if not, you should join my group, which is Paisley Raye presents Switch and Flick Fashions. Like pretty much every Facebook live I do, I'm trying the clothes on because one, it's a new company and a lot of people aren't really sure about the sizing or the style, so I am happy to put them on and talk about it and show different sizes. But two, when I put it on, people are like, oh my gosh, it looks so much cuter on you than it did on that hanger or in the photos. And I'm like, girl, it's like good. It's like good stuff. Like you look sassy, you feel sassy, and you just can't beat that. You cannot beat feeling like pretty and happy and confident in what you're, one, wearing, and two, if you're trying to sell something. And if you're not trying to sell it, you're just trying to buy it, it's really good to feel really like pretty and confident. And it's all made in the United States, so that's a fantastic selling point as a stylist and as a buyer. So yeah, I absolutely do not regret for a second. I had a great LuLaRoe friend. She's kicking butt with LuLaRoe, and she's like, "Do you think you could like come back if you changed your mind?" And I'm like, "Girl, I ain't changing my mind. Like, I want to go back. I am so happy here." That is like this is for me. For her, she would not want to come over. So I'm not putting down anyone that's in Paisley Raye or thinking about joining LuLaRoe. I'm just saying for Vanessa, this is a great fit. Speaking of great fit, look how cute these clothes are. You just feel so good. Okay, so let me stop like going off track here. So another question I get is the startup cost. It is $2,500 plus $75 shipping. And that's the only time you pay for shipping is when you get your starter kit. After that, it's free shipping as long as you order 15 pieces or more. So it's $2,500 plus the $75, and that is it. Now there is another kit, it's like $5,000, and again, I don't know if the shipping would be more or if it's the same because I did not get that $5,000 kit. I got the $2,500 kit, got in, got out. Let's see, you do have to have a sponsor. So if you are interested in joining Paisley Raye, you're gonna have to find someone to go under. So just keep that in mind. And like last I checked, there was just a little over 100. I would say like less than 120, because I haven't checked in like probably a month. So it's probably less than that really. So right around 110 to 120 stylists in the whole entire company. So this is a ground floor opportunity with beautiful, beautiful clothes. Let me see what else people ask. So you do not get to pick your prints. But the cool thing and how this differs from other companies is you can actually go into your into your Dropbox. You can see the prints that they are currently producing in any style. So even though you can't pick like, oh, I want this in a extra large, from the list of pictures that these are the prints that's going to show up in your box, but you just don't know what sizes, or these are potential prints because you may not get every single print. And they're really good about not giving you, at this point now, if gets too, like when it gets bigger, who knows, but as of right now, if you order 5 in the same size, you're not going to get duplicates, okay? So you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I ordered 5 and 3 of them are exactly the same. You don't have to worry about that. So, you may get the same print in another size, but you're not going to get it in the same size unless you just go crazy and order like 20 or something. So, and you don't need to order a bunch. Like, that's what's great. You do not need to order 15 of one size and hope you get 3 really pretty ones. It's such a crazy way of like ordering. It does take a little while to adjust because like when I order 2 or 3 per size of something normally. No more than 5 have I ever ordered in the same size because again, all the prints are so beautiful that there's no need to like over purchase in hopes to get beautiful things. So that's fantastic. Also, they do provide stock photos. So for me, with LuLaRoe, I absolutely despise taking photos, especially by year 2. I was so over it. So I only did Facebook Lives because I just was I cringed at taking pictures. So this, if you can take photos, absolutely. You can do flat lays, you can do all that, you can like put things together, but if you don't want to, you do not have to. You can use the stock photos. So that's fantastic. And then speaking of stock photos, you can actually have a website. So people can put things in a cart and purchase them. Like what? That's fantastic. You can also sell other items on your Facebook and on your website. It just can't be other clothes because hello, competing. But if you want to sell makeup, if you want to sell jewelry, whatever whatever craziness, purchases, accessories, whatever it is, you can sell it. It can be on the same Facebook. It can be in the same website. And again, you can have a website with a cart. People just take things and put it in your cart and then they purchase it. And then you don't have to worry about it if you don't want to. So that's fantastic. I love that. Let me think, okay, other questions that girls, especially if they've come from other companies, that they ask me. The quality of clothes I think is phenomenal. I think it's above and beyond anything else that I've had my hands on, especially in a direct sales company. And trust me, before I joined Paisley Raye, I definitely tested that out. I drove to what is now my sponsor's house to test that out specifically. I wanted to make sure, I wanted to feel the clothes, I wanted to try them on, I wanted to make sure they fit, I wanted to make sure the quality was there. Like this feels like buttery soft goodness. And it's like beautifully made, and it has pockets. So that was really, really important to me because before I had even heard of Paisley Raye, there was other companies that I was looking into, and I would have women send me like samples so I could test the quality, and it was awful. Like I was like, I would not leave. Like I'm not leaving the company I'm currently with for this. Like it's almost sheer and it's not soft and luxurious. Like nope. Like so that's why I knew before I could sign up with any other company, I had to make sure that the quality was there. And with Paisley Raye, it's there. Like thank goodness. So and then as far as the compensation plan, it's almost dollar for dollar 50%. There's sometimes a little bit more, and there's like 1 or 2 styles it's less than 50%. I just personally don't carry those styles because I want to make 50% or more off profit. So, but everything else is at least 50%. There's some that have a bigger profit margin. Let me see what else. So, with my other company, I had the highest, like at my biggest amount of inventory, I had over, I don't know, 2,300 pieces, not including leggings. And with this company, I carry between 75 and 100 pieces. Because it's so good that like you get a box and you sell almost all of it. Like you sell a good 60% the first time you show it. At least that's been mine. And then give me a couple more sales with it, and it's pretty much gone. So I don't have to worry about spending the money for a box and then getting it and being like, well, I can't even get my money back out of this. Forget making a profit. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna spend $1,500, and within that first week, I've probably, depending on how many sales I've done, I've at least made that money back by like the second or third sale. And then we start going into like now making complete profit. I mean, and there's sometimes that I can do that in the first time I'm showing it. So it just really depends. But like my typical order is not even $1,500. Like that's an exaggeration. I typically try to order about 40 something pieces per order, which is like nothing compared to what I'm used to ordering. And I don't necessarily even order every week because again, I'm not trying to have a huge inventory. But that's typically where I'm at. I'm going to try to like order once a week from now on, like going forward, like as I'm starting to build up my inventory. And especially as fall's coming, because I freaking love fall pieces, and we have some new pieces coming out specifically for the fall. So that's amazing. See, they do different things. Like they launch fall styles, they launch spring and summer styles, and then so what you see in spring and fall of 2018, you may not see that exact style in 2019. So it's they don't carry every style the entire year. So it's like this is this collection. It's just basically like a real boutique. Like you're not gonna walk in year after year in the same boutique and they have the exact same styles. So you may fall in love with a couple different dress styles that you may not see next season, which has happened to me already. And I'm like so bummed out about, I'm like, oh, why can't they bring that back? They do bring back some things. Like I know for sure they're bringing back 2 or 4 styles. I think 4. I think they're bringing 4 styles from last fall, and then they're gonna, I think, launch at least 4 new styles. I think is what they're doing. Don't quote me on that, but they're bringing some back from last fall, and then they're launching new styles. So it's not necessarily the exact same styles from last fall, which is kind of disappointing because even though I wasn't here in the fall last year because I just joined this summer, I loved their fall collection last year. Like it pretty much is what like sold me for sure on joining Paisley Raye, because they were so good. So I know some of my favorite pieces and styles will not be coming back, but that's okay. I'm pretty excited to see what they come out with. I'm sure I'll find new pieces I'm in love with. So that's really interesting and exciting. So it's kind of like, it's like boutique shopping and selling. You don't have to have huge inventories. You're not going to get sick of seeing the exact same style week after week because they're going to like come and go. It's going to flow. And then they do like, and some styles, even if it's like they do have their core styles, a few of them. So those will be, they do have those all year, but they're not always available. So, I mean, it's a completely different way to purchase if you're coming from another company. If you've never sold before, this is a fantastic company to get with because you do not have to have a huge investment. 2, you don't have to worry about spending all your profits ordering these huge amounts of inventory just to compete with other stylists or other consultants. If you're like a small fish and you're trying to compete with someone who literally buys like thousands of pieces a week, like it's just, you're not going to do it. Well, they don't do that at Paisley Raye. Like I think the average probably is around 100 to 300 pieces per stylist. So we're all kind of coming in this at the same level as far as the average stylist. Like you just don't need to have 1,000 pieces. You don't need to have like hundreds and hundreds of pieces. Like if you have a little bit of space for 100, 150 pieces or less, you're good. And trust me, you're gonna get a box, you're gonna sell a box, you're gonna get a box, you're gonna sell a box. Okay, so I'm gonna stop rambling. It's 15 minutes already into this video. Let me see if there's any other questions I can think of really quick that I haven't answered in previous videos. If I can't think of anything, if you have a question or if you want to contact me, by all means, please message me or find me on Facebook, either on my personal Facebook or my Paisley Raye Presents Swish and Flick Fashions, because I will gladly talk you through this process or answer any further questions you have. Just trust me, if you put these clothes on, you're going to A, fall in love with them if you're just as a customer, or B, you're going to want to put this like business to, like, you're going to want to do this business. You're going to want to have these as the pieces you sell, because you know they sell. Like, I can tell you they sell. With a much smaller inventory, I'm making the same like income. So that's really lovely. All right, well, I think I'm going to wrap this up. So thank you, ladies, so much. Again, have any questions, contact me through social media, or you can comment below. And for those of you who are wondering, this is the Dahlia dress. It's a retro inspired. I'm obsessed with it. It's got the beautiful ruching right here. So I guess that's going to be it. Thanks, ladies.